Hey there, Patriots. Welcome back to the front lines. Death Watch here to give you guys more intel so you can update your personal armory and fight back against the fake news media machine. And we're back talking about the Big Apple, New York City, and their mass influx of illegal immigrants. Because we talked about this before, where Mayor Eric Adams comes out and says, hey, this influx of illegal immigration is going to destroy New York City, right? We all heard that, right? He went and had like a whole board meeting where he sat down and said that this is going to be a issue that is going to take everybody to handle because this is going to destroy us, right? However, he wasn't talking about, hey, we need to deport all these illegal immigrants and secure our borders. No, he says this is going to destroy us because we need more federal aid, okay? Because this is no longer a state issue, right? All these people are coming from international countries, right? He openly talks about this in this video. They're coming from all over the world. They're flying into, taking boats, whatever, into South America. They're coming up to Mexico. They're going through Mexico, now crossing illegally into our country, unopposed, right? Unopposed, and then they're getting shipped up north and then redistributed all throughout these blue states, okay? These sanctuary cities. And it's no longer just the taxpayers in the state, right, of New York City who's paying for all this, right? He's now going to the federal government and saying, hey, we are a sanctuary city. We need federal aid, as he now proposes, hey, New York City to pay over $1 billion to house illegal immigrants over the next 3 years, right? This is now federal aid, right? He's still taking from the mouths of the taxpayers in New York City, but he's also going to get money from the federal government. So that means everybody in the United States who's paying federal taxes, guess what? Now your money is now going to house and feed and clothe illegal immigrants who are not our countrymen. They're not our fellow citizens. They have no right to be here, right? They have no right for us. They are not our priority. They shouldn't be, our money should not be going to take care of these people when we already have millions of American born citizens who are in the very same situation, right? But we're not doing anything for them, right? It's disgusting. And as we talked about, again, he's stealing money from not only from the taxpayers, okay, from the New York City taxpayers, as he sits here and says, hey, we're going to have, he proposes a 5% up to, it's going to gradually increase up to a 15% budget cut, right? We talked about this before in my last video, right? Where he openly says that, he's going to, Mayor Eric Adams has said many times that the migrant crisis will impact every single part of the city. And now we know he has directed all city agencies to cut their budget by 5%. That includes essential services like sanitation, the fire department in New York, NYPD, right? So he's telling these people, hey, we're going to steal money from the first responders, right? Police officers, fire departments, people who clearly need, these are priority, things that everybody needs. People need the fire department to come help them whenever there's a fire, whenever somebody's having, cardiac arrest, whatever it may be. God forbid something actually does happen, right? NYPD, they need to be there to help with any type of situations. We've seen how in New York City, right, in a month, almost 2 months ago, where there was mass riots because a bunch of young kids decided to come meet up, look at their favorite Twitch streamer, and decide, no, we're just going to be rambunctious and just destroy and loot and try to rob people and get in fights and do all this other crap, right? You saw how the NYPD immediately had to respond to all that crap. Now Eric Adams is like, no, I'm going to steal money from these departments, these necessary first responder departments, and then give it to people who are not our citizens. They're not our countrymen, illegal immigrants, right? Stealing from the mouths of of American citizens and giving it to people who don't deserve it, right? Disgusting behavior. But luckily, some people have a brain, and they said no, right? Officials reject Mayor Adams' $10 billion cuts to New York City budget as part of migrant solution, right? So we'll see how this actually plays out over the years, right? But when it's election time, right? The primaries are here. Next year it's election time. So we'll see where if these people put their money where their mouths is when it comes to voting time next year. Are they going to vote for deport all these people, build the wall, secure our borders, or are they going to continue to vote for the exact same people who are going to push the exact same policies and continue to destroy their city? Right? Because at this point, it's getting ridiculous. Okay? These people are continuing to vote for the exact same people, exact same policies, and then they want to complain about it, right? So it kind of seems to me that the only people who are really complaining are the conservatives. The people who've been conservative, who's lived in these cities, are saying that we need change, right? At this point, leave. If you're a conservative living in New York City, why are you still there? Clearly, you're outnumbered. Clearly, the people who live there want this disaster policy to continue, right? And so they're going to continue to reap what they sow. And you're going to be right there along with them because you're too stupid to leave the city. Abandon it while while it's you have the chance. Okay? Because in my opinion, right, a lot of people are saying, well, this is going to prove that, New York City's going to flip red and all this other crap. No, they're not. They're never going to flip red. Okay? They're going to continue to vote for these same policies, right? Mayor Eric Adams comes out and says, this is going to destroy us. However, he's saying that the reason why it's going to destroy us because we need to toss more federal money at it. We just need to keep tossing more money and more money and more money, taking from the mouths of you, the taxpayers, whoever lives in New York City. Okay? So at what point are you going to sit here and say, hey, we need to vote these people out. We need to vote for Republicans who clearly say we're going to get rid of all this. All these people going back across the border. These people will never, any time, we're no longer be a sanctuary city. If anybody tries to bust any type of illegal immigrants towards us, we're going to turn them around, send them back across the border. That should be the mainstream policy, right? That should be a moderate opinion. But because of, Trump bad, Orange Man bad, anybody who's against, Trump's for closing the border and building the border wall, right? So therefore, we got to be the opposite. We got to be open border, sanctuary city, allow all these people to come in. And it's literally, what are you doing with these people? They're just there. I showcase photos and videos of people, people walking down the street, and these people are just literally just sleeping on the sidewalk, sleeping on cardboard, literally cardboard, right, with blankets. Some of these blankets are too small to actually cover them up. So what's really going on? They're just laying in the streets all around this Roosevelt Hotel. The hotel is packed. There's nowhere else to put these people, right? He openly says that, hey, we send them to Staten Island. Staten Island says, hey, send them uptown. Uptown said, nope, we don't want them here. Send them to Rikers or whatever, right? So they're literally playing hot potato with all these people saying, we don't want them here, we don't want them here, we don't want them here, right? But, hey, we're still a sanctuary city because, Republicans are bad. So what are you really doing, these people? You're just using them to then siphon out money. To siphon money from the federal government and from your taxpayers. And what are you going to really do with all this crap, right? That's really what the big question is. Where is all that money really going to go towards, right? These people they can't do anything. They have no IDs. They have no identification. They have no documents. They can't get jobs, right? Some of these people are not, not to sit here and try to belittle them, but they're illiterate, right? Some of these people are coming from third world countries. They don't know English. They don't know how to read, write English. They don't have the basic American or European standard, basic education. Okay. They don't have any type of GED, nothing. So what are we really going to do with these people? We're just tossing them in hotels or tossing them around the hotels, letting them sleep on the streets. That's it. And they're demanding more money for them. They're not doing anything with them. They're just demanding money. Hey, we're forcing people to have budget cuts. We're now going to lobby the government to give us more money. For you to do what with these people? House them where? There's nowhere else. You guys are literally playing hot potato with all these people saying, no, we don't want them here. So, again, election time is coming up. I don't think any of these people are going to vote red. I don't think the city's going to vote. It's going to flip red. They had their chance in the midterms to prove that, hey, they don't like, they want their city to turn around. They didn't. They decided to continue to voting blue, and now they're getting what they deserve, in my opinion. Okay, they're not going to flip red. They're not going to reconsider what's going on. They're going to sit here and say, hey, there's an issue going on. We're going to keep voting for the exact same Democrats who openly say the exact same thing. There's literally no difference. They just keep saying the same thing over and over and over, right? And anybody with a brain will sit here and say, hey, that same crap that you guys been voting for the past 20 years is only getting worse. You guys need to vote for the opposite party who's saying that we will do the very opposite of what's happening right now. But no, they don't want to. So it's really, I can really sit here and read this article, but no, it's just reiterating things that we've already known, right? He's demanding more money. Hey, I need over $1 billion over the next 3 years. Where he's going to get it from? He's going to steal it from the first responders, right? Some of the first responders are, these departments are rejecting that, saying, no, you're not taking the money from us. So where are they going to have to get the money from? They're going to have to get it from the federal government. Okay, that means that it's no longer just New York City residents who they're stealing the money from. They're now stealing the money from everybody else in America to pay for their their mishap, right? Because they're just a bunch of virtue signaling hacks, and they're probably doing something else with the money. Who knows, right? Because again, when you look at what's going on, they're just having these people lay in the streets. They're just laying. They filled up a hotel, an abandoned hotel that was supposed to be remodeled or, repurposed for something else. They halted that, tossed them all in that hotel. The hotel is completely full. They're now living in the streets. They're now living in a lot of these police departments, right? They're filling up the lobbies, right? Even in Chicago, they say, hey, we're a sanctuary city, but we don't want them to actually live directly in front of us in the city where we have to look at them. We have to pass by them every time we drive down the street. We're a sanctuary city. We like immigrants, but we like them when they're somewhere not in direct view, right? Say again, they played hot potato in New York City. We like them. We want them here, but not here directly in our view. Right, not directly look where we have to look at them, interact with them on a daily basis. No, we want them here, but not really here. Disgusting behavior, right? These people should not even be in this country in the first place. You're using these people as political tools, as a way to then siphon money from the federal government and then repurpose it for whatever policies that, whatever agenda you guys have. And you're just, again, using these people for political tools. They're not American citizens. There's plenty of American citizens in this country who are poor, who are needy, who need help. That's where our money should be going, not to a bunch of illegals who have their own countries that they came from. If their countries are completely crap, well, then they should do something about it, not flee here and waste our money, waste our money, waste our time, waste our resources. They're not our priority. American citizens, the American government should prioritize the American citizens, right? And all these people who are voting for, not necessarily all these people who are voting for this crap, but the people in charge right now who are pushing for these policies should all be impeached. They should all be impeached and removed from office and immediately have special elections to vote new people in. It's disgusting. But again, this is New York City. These are deep blue cities, right? D14, whatever, right? These people are never going to vote in the opposite direction, right? And it's all just a bunch of copium for Republicans here to sit here and say, this is going to prove that New York City is going to flip red. No, it's not. They're never going to flip red. Shut up. If you're a Republican still in New York City and you're going to say, eventually we're going to vote red, it's going to flip red, guys. Come on, stay here. Hold the line. No, sorry. You're all going to continue getting trampled, right? The blue wave is going to continue to keep you underwater. You're drowning, right? You've been drowning. Okay, you already found Atlantis, okay? Leave before it's too late. Because if you don't leave and everything gets out of whack even more, well, I'm just going to laugh at you. I'm going to laugh at you and say, you're dumb. We told you it's never going to happen, and it didn't happen, and now you're stuck there. Okay? It's just phenomenal how we're in real time, we're seeing people dig holes, right? And we're literally like, you can't keep digging holes. You can't keep digging that hole deeper because eventually it's going to collapse on you. Okay? But they're continuing to dig and dig and dig and dig. And it's just like, wow, they're still going. But like always, stay safe, stay sane, be vigilant, Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you Patriots on the battlefield.